Hey everyone! Today, we're tackling something huge. How to speak English. Not just fluently, but with that real deep-down confidence. Let's get right into it.
So, does that question ring a bell? If you've ever felt that little knot in your stomach when you have to speak, or you just feel stuck on how to get better, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down a super simple, practical way to get there.
And get this. This is a direct quote from the person whose method we're looking at. I think that's so powerful. It's a great reminder that you don't have to be some kind of natural language genius. Confidence is built with a good strategy, not just raw talent.
All right, so here's the game plan. It's a simple 5-step roadmap that we're going to walk through. We'll start by actually making it fun, then we'll look at how to learn effectively, how to get over that fear of messing up, clear our minds, and finally, change our whole perspective on English itself.
Okay, first up, and this might sound a little weird, maybe even backwards, is to find the fun in learning. You know, the biggest secret to sticking with anything isn't about having iron discipline. It's about enjoying it. If you love the process, you'll actually do it.
So you can pretty much forget all that old, stuffy advice you've heard. No more forcing yourself to watch the serious news or read some complicated book you don't care about. The new way is all about finding content you genuinely love. This flips the switch, turning practice from a chore into something you actually look forward to.
And here's the best part, the real kicker. You don't need to block out hours of your day for this. All it takes is 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes a day of doing something you enjoy in English. That's it. That's the tiny commitment you need to start seeing huge progress.
So what does this fun stuff actually look like? Well, here are 3 super simple ideas. You could watch easy videos, like cartoons, or listen to audio you love, like maybe cricket commentary, or even just read something simple, like a 10th grade textbook. The goal isn't to do all 3. Just pick one that sounds good to you and make it your daily thing.
All right, so once you've got your fun daily habit going, it's time for step 2. This is where we shift from just passively consuming content to actively observing. And I've got to be clear, this is not about memorizing long lists of words.
The real key here is to focus on sentence construction. Basically, how are native speakers putting their words together to make a point? Getting a feel for this flow is way more important, especially in the beginning, than just cramming your brain full of fancy vocabulary.
And the process for this is super simple. As you're watching or listening, just keep an ear out for moments where someone phrases something differently than how you would say it. When you spot one, just make a quick mental note of it. And then later, try saying it out loud yourself. That's how you really start to internalize the natural rhythm of the language.
Okay, so we've covered the practical how-to part. But now we need to talk about the real monster in the room, the single biggest thing that holds people back, the fear of making a mistake. The biggest barrier to fluency usually isn't your grammar, it's your own ego.
I mean, really think about that for a second. Why do we do that? In so many places, especially in India, speaking English has somehow gotten all tangled up with how smart people think you are. And that puts this enormous pressure on us, right? It creates this massive fear of looking foolish.
And I want you to burn this next thought into your brain. If someone ever makes fun of your English, remember this: it's not about you. It's almost always a reflection of their own insecurity about their own English. So here's the crucial mindset shift. You have to start embracing your mistakes. Every single time you mess up, it's not a failure. It's just data. It's an amazing opportunity to learn something so well that you'll remember it forever. Your mistakes are literally the path to improvement. All right, on to step 4. So, we're ready to make mistakes. That's great. But what about when your brain just freezes up mid-sentence? You know that feeling, right? Well, the secret is to stop chasing the perfect words and start chasing clarity in your own thoughts. I mean, do any of these sound familiar? Worrying about what people are thinking of you, trying to translate line by line in your head, scrambling to find that one perfect word? Yep, these are the classic mental roadblocks that just kill the flow of conversation. The solution isn't to think harder about English. It's actually to think more clearly about what you want to say in the first place. When your own thoughts are simple and organized, the words, in any language, just follow along much more easily. Your mouth is just trying to keep up with a clear brain.
So how in the world do you get that kind of mental clarity? Well, our source suggests a really practical tool: meditation. And look, this doesn't have to be anything mystical. Think of it like doing push-ups for your brain. Just a few minutes a day can help clear out all that mental noise and seriously improve your focus.
And that brings us to our final step. And honestly, this might just be the most important one of all for building real, lasting confidence. It's all about challenging a deep-seated belief and putting English back in its proper place. You have to look at the history, especially in a place like India. For 200 years, English was the language of power, of the administration, and over time, that created this deep, lingering idea that being good at English meant you were intelligent. But that's just a historical leftover. It's not the truth today.
And that's why this message is so crucial. English is a great skill to have, for sure. It's a tool for communication. But your own language, your mother tongue, that's part of your identity. And that's something to be incredibly proud of.
So seriously, give yourself permission to be imperfect. If you're talking and you get stuck on an English word, it's totally okay to finish your thought in Hindi or Tamil or Telugu. The whole point is to communicate your idea, not to pass some imaginary test. This takes all the pressure off.
And that really is the ultimate takeaway here. The real goal was never perfect English. It was always about confident communication. Just being able to express your ideas, your personality, clearly and without being afraid. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. How would your entire language journey change if you stopped chasing perfection and started chasing connection instead? What if the goal was just to be understood? Think about that.